if you guys do like content about cannabis, about different rolling papers, please consider hitting the subscribe button regardless of what channel you're on. It is definitely much appreciated. What's up, guys? GP here, back with another episode of whatever channel you're watching. I guess it doesn't really matter, but today, what are we going to be doing today? Today we're talking about papers, and the papers that I like to roll, the papers that I typically roll, and this is usually on a perso type level. I feel like a lot of smokers, or most smokers, is that a good stat? I don't know if that's a good stat, but I feel like most smokers smoke alone sometimes. At least occasionally, so I feel like a lot of the norms that we have while we smoke around other groups, we take home with us, and they're unnecessary, and they're pretty expensive sometimes. I feel like a lot of times people get very prideful about their smoking, and they're like, I can't smoke unless it's a gram. I can't smoke unless I got 2-3 grams rolled up. That's the official way of smoking. Or we watch a lot of rappers or whatever, a lot of music videos, and they're talking about how they roll a quarter at a time or something like that. For most of us, that's not reasonable, I don't live off of a rapper's salary, and they don't really have salaries. They make their money here and there. I live like that, but I don't make it in multiple hundreds of thousands at a time. So, and a lot of them have people that give them free weed when they go on tour and stuff like that, or locate it for them at least. So, let me get this candle lit just to set a little bit of vibe, and just so, I don't know, maybe it'll mask some of the smell. I have a air purifier also, so hopefully that helps some. Today I'm actually going to be rolling some single wide OCBs. So for anybody who's never rolled single wide, they're even smaller than the normal 1 1/4. So this is the 1 1/4 OCBs. These are the single wide OCBs. You can kind of see the size comparison. These single wides really roll it like a kind of small cigarette. Kind of like a normal size cigarette, really, if you're good at rolling, you have enough flour in there. These 1 1/4, obviously, that's the normal type of papers. I like the 1 1/4 when I'm by myself. I got a comment one day that was like, he rolled a small J for himself on a weed channel. What? That's funny to me, because it's just like, I don't understand how pride can come into play when people are by themselves. So you're telling me people are by themselves at home, worried that somebody else is going to flame them for smoking less than a gram? Well, I feel bad for that person's self-esteem or their pride, because anything can hurt it. You know what I'm saying? If they're sitting at home worried about people judging them about the amount that they have rolled up in their own joint, that's insane to me. Today I will be smoking on some of this Olaf. It's a Delta 9 indica. And also, I found another snack. I hadn't tried these Nerds gummy clusters before. I don't know if any of you other stoners be eating a lot of candy while y'all be smoking, but they're like old Nerds ropes, but they put them into little clusters, like the name, or little balls. Fire. And I've been telling people recently, I think I'm the fastest joint roller that I know. And I live by that. I had some on the tray, so I'm going to put some in here because it's easier to dump out. I'm going to sit here and time how long it takes me to roll like a Perso smokable J. I think that should be like the perfect amount. I typically get it pretty right. I'm going to screen record right here live. I'm going to screen record on my phone how long it takes. So screen recording is on. Let's go to the stopwatch. So I got single wide OCB papers here. I got this Olaf in the grinder, just so I can lick the paper right. a little bit of water. All right, let's see how fast I can do it. Sheesh, I'm feeling the pressure. I'm feeling the pressure. That's not fast enough. That's not fast enough. I can do it faster, but there is the smokable J. It's a single wide, it's a small J. I mean, it still does need to be packed a little bit, but I have it at 28 seconds, 28.51 seconds. I think that's, I don't know how many of you guys can beat that. Smokable J. Let's see if it's smokable. I got it right here. Done. Damn, I'm right under the vent. That's not an excuse. Perfectly smokable J in under 30 seconds. Can y'all do that? If you can do that, here's what I'm gonna do. I want you guys to video yourself at home rolling the fastest J you can possibly roll. You have to be 21 and up. The fastest J you can possibly roll. DM me at whoisgpat on Instagram. I'll accept your DM. I'll watch the video, and if you do it, I'll show you on the channel. I'll show it off. I'll do it. And you know what else I'm gonna do? If anybody beats my time, I'm gonna come back on here and I'm gonna beat that time again. But I'm setting the mark at 28.51 seconds, and y'all are gonna see it. Y'all see it here, right there. I'm gonna show a overlay screen on the. That's why I screen recorded it so I can put this in the video. But y'all just saw me roll a smokable J in under 30 seconds. Now let me get into why I like rolling single wide papers. A big reason, the main reason, I would say, why I like to roll single wide papers is because of the amount of weed you can save. I feel like I usually fill up whatever wrap or bowl that it's put into. So I like to keep the bowl smaller. I like to, if I'm gonna roll kings, I am gonna roll the same amount of kings as I would small J's a lot of times. Therefore, I use a lot of weed. A lot of people like to roll up. Damn, all I have is ash in the candle. Oh, well, I'll get something else in a second. A lot of people like to continuously smoke sometimes, like I tend to do. And so a lot of times, if I know I'm going to be smoking back to back anyway, like I'm video editing, stuff like that, I'm going to roll smaller amounts at a time. I'm not going to have to roll a king every time because I'm going to then continually roll kings. I know a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, man, just going to smoke the same amount if you... I disagree. If I roll 4 to 5 J's in a day, and I roll 4 to 5 kings, or I roll 4 to 5 of these, I really will be just as satisfied. I don't know if a lot of you have noticed, but for me, when I get about halfway through a king, a lot of times I'm ready to put it down. I'm actually ready to end that session, but I'm also the same type of person. I like to finish what I start. When I have a J and I just started it, a lot of times I complete it. So I figure if I get single wides and I like to complete or like to finish smoking it, if I have a single wide, the chances of me like running through quarters or running through halves or something like that goes way down. Reason number 2 I like to roll single wide papers is because of res buildup. A lot of times you get kings, you get even the 1 1/4 papers, and by the time you get to the end, everything tastes like res. You know, it just tastes like that res buildup on the end of the J. And I like to roll without filters sometimes for whatever reason. I couldn't tell you why I like to roll without filters, but a lot of times I do like to roll without filters. Therefore, it's advantageous a lot of times for me to roll single wide because by the end of a single wide J, there's not just going to be res left all over your lips and all that type of stuff. And a lot of people like use filters. There's still res that gets on your lips with filters. And 2, no, I don't want to. that's another reason why I don't like to use filters. This is kind of a side note, but I talk a lot. So when I'm talking on camera, filters allow for more airflow through. That's why they hit harder, but they allow for more airflow. I like my J to go out if I'm talking too much, because I don't want the AC or just the J to smoke itself. I don't want the AC to smoke it if I'm outside. If I'm riding around on my bike and I got a J in my mouth, I like a filter sometimes so I can bite it because the wind's about to take the J out of my mouth. But otherwise, I like the just normal rolling papers. And not only that, I know that the packs come with it, but a little tiny one, a single wide pack like this, so easy to slip into your pocket. A lot of times ones with the filters, you get the king size of the filters and you got this little booklet in your pocket sticking out or whatever, or it's just taking up more space in your pocket. I like how slim this is. If I'm going to a concert, if I'm going to an event, to a friend's house, it's so easy to slip these single wides into your pockets. So I guess that's it. Shit, what reason is that? I think that's reason 3, because I gave a reason 4 why I don't roll with filters. I guess I can make a whole nother video why I don't really roll with filters too much. But I kind of gave you all a little sneak peek, I guess, if you will. But yeah, that's reason 3 why I use single wide papers. So it got a little bit of run, but overall it's been perfect. My LCBs are really, if I'm gonna roll, especially like non-kings, if I'm gonna roll these smaller papers and stuff, OCBs are these organic hemp OCBs are the way to go. At least for me, they're my favorite. I've tried contacting them. I want to work with them some, but I guess I'm too small of a creator. They don't want to work with me yet. One day maybe. Maybe if everybody that watches this video goes on Instagram and DMs OCB and says, "Hey OCB, send GP a pack of papers," he can make some content about y'all's products. Who knows? Maybe they'll listen to you guys. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Either way, I like their papers. I like their papers because the price. I mean, I'm getting off track, but I like the papers because the price, and the price is consistent. Some of the papers, you go store to store, they're all different prices. Everywhere I go, OCB is $2. Every now and then, I'll be in like a smaller country town. I'll be in some just tax smoke shop for whatever reason or something, just because I like walking in different smoke shops in different cities, and they'll be more expensive. But overall, the single wide and 1 1/4 are $2. For anybody who watches the channel, you know that I've said many, many times that kings are not my preferred paper. I like if I had unlimited weed, I would roll with small papers still. It's just preferred for me. It fits better in the hand, easier to hold, easier to smoke, can put out. If I lose it or if something happens to it, it's like cash or some shit. It's not exactly like cash, but if for some reason this J got wet or I'm riding my bike and it drops or whatever, I don't mind it if it's half of a single wide, you know. But if I'm losing half a king, half of 3 grams, that hurts. You know what I'm saying? I also saw a video today that says if you have a wet J, you can stick it in the microwave and it'll like crisp back up, and that makes sense. But regardless, yeah, it's just leverage. Like, you don't lose as much when you have a single wide if something goes wrong, especially if you're going out. Because a lot of times I'll roll up just to get on my bike, or roll up to walk over to the mall, or roll up to walk to the local restaurant or something like that. And it's nice just to have a little single wide just to take with me. But when I get to the restaurant, there's a little bit extra left. Fuck it, I'll throw it out. If I had a king, I'd be looking for some place behind the restaurant to set my J that's a wind guard so it won't blow out, so I can find it when I get back out, you know. So that's another reason, I guess reason Gosh, I'm gonna have to number these after the video, after I go back and watch them, because it's too many reasons at this point. I think I'm only at 5. This Olaf is nice. If you guys do like content about cannabis, about different rolling papers, please consider hitting the subscribe button regardless of what channel you're on. It is definitely much appreciated. Instagram's always trying to silence voices that are pro-cannabis, so definitely appreciate any of you guys who hit that subscribe button or that like button. And I guess the last reason I like rolling single wides is really the art of it. You know, I think it's why a lot of rollers, or the true reason why a lot of rollers like what they like, is it's just kind of like the art of what they're doing, you know? I feel like a lot of backwood smokers like the art of cutting and wetting the backwood with the paper towel and then getting it crisp in the microwave or the little toaster oven or whatever. Like that whole process. A lot of smokers don't talk about how they really do like the whole process, you know, because if a lot of people in legal states didn't like the full process of rolling up and stuff, there's just weed shots you can take now. You know, you take a shot, you'll get high, you know, but people like to, you'll get lit, you'll get whatever you want to call it. You can take a quick dab, and some people like it that way, but a lot of people that are like us, if you're watching this video, like to have the full process of rolling, the full process of, just rolling up, whatever you're rolling up, regardless of the papers, you appreciate the papers you have. So the last reason I would say I really like these single wide papers is just because they art. Like, not a lot of people can really roll these tiny papers, especially not in 28 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So just the art of the kind of the appreciation for the single wide and how small it is and how unique it is and how it's not what everybody is rolling. You're not going to find everybody rolling a single wide OCB, and that's not the reason why to roll it. That's why it's my 5th or 6th reason, wherever we're at in the video at this point. But at the same time, I appreciate it for that fact. I appreciate the fact that it's a unique paper, but you guys can see as my memory is already shot. I didn't put a ton of planning into this video specifically because I was kind of figuring out why I do like rolling single wides, because it is a unique paper and not too many people do it. I damn near forget the name. When I go to the store, I go, that little one, it's not the 1 1/4, it's small, and sometimes I say 1 1/2, and that's the ones that are like twisted sideways, you know what I'm saying? The ones that kind of like special papers, you know, if you will, but they're like wide in the middle. I don't know. Those things are weird. I like rolling those too, just because they're unique sometimes. I got a cousin that rolls those, and when I roll up with those, I appreciate them, and I'll go on a binge of buying the 1 1/2 for like a few months. But these single wides and 1 1/4 are my go-to. Even if I'm smoking with somebody else, I do a 1 1/4. I don't get to Kings till I'm smoking in a group or something like that, and since the vid and stuff, it hasn't even been crazy amount of King group smokes for real, which I appreciate because the single wide is my preferred anyway. So guys, if you feel like you can roll small papers, try them out. I mean, they're $2. Shit. I don't have any discount code for you. I wish I had a discount for these nerd clusters. I wish I had a discount for OCBs for you. I really do, you know, but at the same time, I don't at this point. So they're my preferred. This is just something that I like smoking. These are something the way I like to roll up. I thought some people might be curious. Some people ask about it on the live stream sometimes, so I figured that I'd make a video about it. Join me on the live stream sometimes if you guys have time. I need to make a schedule. I need to become a more organized content creator. Right now, I just get on live stream when I'm bored and I want to have a smoke session with some people. So if you catch me on the live stream, come by, say what's up, drop a like, drop a subscribe on this video as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in to whatever channel you are currently on. It's been fun. It's been a fun video. Send me those smoking videos, those rolling videos. Not really necessarily smoking it because I can't I'll see if I can. Yeah, I can post that, but we'll talk about it in the DMs. If you can think you can roll faster than 28.51 seconds, I still have it up. Please send me a video, and we'll see what I can do. And if you're watching this on another thing, it'll be posted on YouTube, the video. I'm not going to repost them on Instagram or anything like that, but I'll post them on YouTube, and we'll see who can roll the fastest. This could be interesting. This could play out pretty interesting. Guys, I appreciate it. See you next time.